Okay, welcome to the second part of the podcast looking at how to answer a biology mock paper correctly. So without further ado, let's carry on. And this question, again, as I said before, is all about growing vegetables, looking at the bit in bold. So you're getting the idea it's going to be about plants. So a gardener grew 20 carrot plants in his garden. 10 plants were grown in a clear plastic cover. 10 plants were grown without a clear plastic cover. So without and with. Explain. So we are saying why here. It's important that the clear plastic cover is transparent. So transparent means see-through. So why is that cover clear? So it can let light in for photosynthesis. So it's letting the light in, 1 mark, photosynthesis, 2 marks. So that is the why part of the question. So let light in, why? What's the point in that? So it can photosynthesize, for photosynthesis. Most of you got let light in, few of you link that to the process of photosynthesis. Now this question was a skill that all of you can do that none of you got marks for, which is very bizarre, isn't it? But so let's have a read. After 30 days, the gardener measured each height of the plant. So he's gone around to his 20 plants and measured the height. Describe how to calculate the mean. Now, if I wrote these down in numbers, you'd be able to wrote the heights down in numbers. You'd be able to calculate the mean. I am certain of it, but you weren't able to put it into words. So you would measure the height of all 20 plants, add up the heights and divide by 20. And that's how you calculate the mean. If I said find the mean of those 2, 6, 8, you'd all know, oh, I've got to add them up and divide by 5. Okay, and that's what this is saying. It's answering it though in words. Calculate. So we're doing a sum. The difference. Calculate the difference of subtraction. 15.3 minus 13.4. That is 1.9. Use a calculator, you might as well. Okay, don't risk that you're going to get it wrong. The most likely reason the difference in mean heights is because of what's the difference going to be? We're in a warmer environment. Could be that. Receive more light. Well, that's not the case, is it? Because they're both receiving the same amount of light. Absorb more oxygen. We're in a drier environment. Drier one, okay, you can have a case for. So it's either A or D. But you've just got to assume that the water levels, and water doesn't increase the rate of photosynthesis, and it's the temperature that does. So it's A. Okay. Turn over. Name the plant cell that is adapted to take in mineral ions from minerals and water from the soil. Right, this is a root hair cell. It looks like this. And you will have one in your exercise books. Okay, looks like that. Underneath the soil, this is. So, describe how active transport moves mineral ions from the soil to the plant. Now, this is hard. It's a tough question, I get that. But you're not saying why things happen, you're just listing this happens and this happens and this happens. So, mineral ions, you've got lots here in the soil, and you won't have a lot in here. No, that's wrong. Sorry. Let's start again. You've got a low concentration outside and you have a high concentration inside. So the thing that's unique about active transport is it doesn't like diffusion go from a high concentration to a low concentration. It's the opposite way round, from a low concentration to a high concentration. And that's what we need to put. And the way it does this is by using energy to get those circles, get those ions into there. Okay, because you've only got 2 on the outside, you've got loads on the inside. So you want to go against a concentration gradient, so you have to snap it in using energy. Uses a pump. So, active transport uses a pump and energy to move mineral ions from a low concentration to a high concentration. Okay, sorry about the shoddy camera work. Active transport uses a pump and energy to move mineral ions. See how I've read that back? Didn't make sense. I'm going to stick a little word in there, make it sound better. From a low concentration to a high concentration. And those people who are actually listening to this are not copying off friends like I suspect some of you had done. That is going to be the word ions. So if I ask what the key word is next Monday, it's ions. Right. Next one. I'm going to do this as the last question because part of this question is a 6-marker. So this is also about cells. Right. Rosalind Franklin obtained the image using. So if you're struggling with this, you just have to guess and have a punt at it. The actual answer is X-ray crystallography. And hopefully it looks a little bit like an X-ray and you could have had an educated guess for that if you couldn't remember. Okay, so 1 marker, and if you have to write that 1 mark off, that's fine, we'll take that, because don't forget, you can throw 20 marks of these away. 20 marks out of 60 you can throw away. Right then, DNA marker, this was worded and asked in a sloppy way, I get that, but still no reason why we can't pick up 2 marks for this. We're describing again, so we're not saying why, we're saying what. So what does double helix mean? 2 words, 1 mark for each. Okay, double. It has 2 strands. So I've taken care of double there by saying that. 2 strands, that's 1 mark. Now I've got to try and describe helix. Now helix is that shape, that twisted, coiled part of the DNA. 2 strands that are twisted / coiled around each other. And that twisted coiled is my 2nd mark. Okay, because we all know DNA looks a bit like this. And some of you put about hydrogen bonds, you also got a mark for, because the hydrogen bonds are in the middle there. Okay, let's move over. Last part to the question then. Draw a line to part of the cell that contains most of the DNA. Label as X. Now this is on a paper that someone's half completed, so that is correct there. That's the nucleus, that's where genetic information comes from. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Right, describe the role of the structures in this plant. So we're after describing the role. So what do? We know they describe structures. What things are in this plant cell and what do they do? So there's one, there's one, there's one, there's another one, there's another one, there's another one. So they are the parts. Nucleus, cell wall, chloroplast, mitochondria, cell membrane, vacuole, and we've got cytoplasm as well. So how many do you think, I'll give you a chance to copy those down because I was off screen, how many do you think the examiner is wanting you to talk about in order to access 4 marks? Well, let's have a look, shall we? Here is the mark scheme. A detailed description that includes details of at least 4 structures. So 4 of those structures you need to talk about, okay, out of the ones that we listed. So I would just do each one as a little paragraph in its own right. So just tick them off. So I'm going to do that one, that one, that one, and that one. Okay? So, the chloroplast in plant cells contain chlorophyll. This chemical traps light, so photosynthesis can take place. Done and dusted. So that's chloroplast nailed. Okay, the key words: chlorophyll, photosynthesis. These are key scientific terms. I'm getting marks. I've got spag on this one, don't forget. New paragraph. Chloroplast done. Mitochondria. Mitochondria in cells is the site of of respiration, where energy is released. Done. Next. Those two done. Nucleus. Nucleus is where all genetic information is stored. Done. And cell wall. Cell wall contains cellulose, which provides support for the plant cell. And there we go, 4 paragraphs. Now, how easy is that really? Come on, guys. We didn't pick up enough marks on that one. Simple as that. Not finished just yet, hold your horses. Last part. Right, explain the health benefits of eating golden rice. Now all of you said, what's golden rice? What's golden rice? We did it, look in your book. Golden rice is produced by genetic engineering. This is when you get the gene for vitamin A, put it into rice, so that means all the rice grains you grow has got that vitamin in it. So the obvious benefits, explain why it's beneficial. Because it has vitamin A contained in the rice, 1 mark, that reduces sight problems. So it just helps with vision, basically. Okay, but you need to know it's a vitamin A. Vitamin A is linked to eyes and sight problems. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, actually, and then next week we can have a go at question 6, which contains a second 6 marker. Okie dokie for Mr. A. Adios. Over and out.